Hello, everybody. So we're going to answer this question below by discussing the 3 different types of arousal fluids that come out of a woman during any type of sexual activity. And we're going to talk about what is each of them composed of. Yes, that sounded weird when it came out of my head, but that's going to be what we discuss today. So the first one we have is your vaginal arousal fluid. Now, this happens when there is sexual activity and it is meant to help make penetration less painful. Now, the slang we call this is getting wet. However, there are women who can be sexually aroused and not get wet in our traditional term. Now, this fluid is composed of a mixture of lipids, waters, proteins, and is excreted from the Squirting glands, the vaginal canal, and the Bartholin's glands. It is also composed of fatty acids, enzymes, amino acids, electrolytes, and glucose and lactic. Now, arousal fluid happens typically anytime there is mental, sexual, physical stimulation in order to prepare the body for penetration. It doesn't require an orgasm for arousal fluid to start being produced. You basically just need to be turned on. Now, there are 2 different types of fluids that is excreted from the vaginal canal area post-orgasm. This is called female ejaculation is the umbrella term, but we have female ejaculation and female squirt. Female ejaculation fluid typically happens post-orgasm and it's produced and excreted through the Squirting glands, and it's a milky white substance that mimics the look of semen. And it does contain PSAs, which are also found in semen. It contains also electrolytes, enzymes, fructose, urea, and creatine. The slang associated with female ejaculation is usually called creaming and or coming. Now, female ejaculation studies are very inconclusive and very broad range. Typically, they say only about 5% of women have the ability to cream and or ejaculate. However, I think the number is much higher, and they also associate creaming with post-orgasm, but there are women that I've spoke to who can cream either before, during, or after an orgasm. So it really depends on the person. Squirting is different from ejaculation. However, they get both put underneath the term of female ejaculation, and interchangeably that verbiage is used for both, but they are 2 different things. Now, squirting liquid is what you are probably seeing. This is literally like a water-like substance. Comes out of your urethra and is produced and stored within the bladder. Now, when you have any type of physical stimulation, this can start to happen. And people who squirt can either squirt before, during, or after an orgasm. So they are not like coexisting, meaning you can squirt without having an orgasm, you can orgasm without squirting. Squirting liquid contains small amounts of urea, creatine, uric acid. This is because it is stored in the bladder and excreted through the urethra. It also contains PSAs, enzymes, and usually a mix of other fluid enzymes because it's being expelled from the body. And the biggest question that follows is it pee? Just because it is stored in the bladder and excreted through urethra does not mean it is pee. Is there urea in there? Yes. Same with creatine in small amounts. But guess what? If you are a man and you ejaculate through your penis, you are ejaculating through your urethra. So guess what? So does your semen. It contains traces of urethra and creatine as well. Squirting liquid is not pee. It doesn't look like pee. It doesn't smell like pee. It doesn't taste like pee. It tends to be sweet because of the fructose in it. And even though I say that there will be some ignorant fucks who will respond to this video and say the same thing, it's pee, you dumb motherfuckers. No, it's not. And I'm done being fucking nice about it. Guess what? You piss and ejaculate out of the same fucking hole. That is your urethra. So your semen will always contain urine as well. And yet we're not running around screaming, semen is pee. Why? Because we look at female pleasure as something to be threatened by and something that is not understood because we haven't taken the time to understand it. And so spare me from the ignorant comments from this video. I will have no time for it and I will block you instantly because you are an ignorant fuck and you do not belong here. Studies say about 50% of the female population have the ability to squirt. Once again, I think that is higher. And the amount of liquid coming out really depends on the person, their experience with squirting, how hydrated they are, how safe they feel, how comfortable they are with their partner, and the ability of squirting. Now, what does it feel like? It is going to feel like you have to pee. It's going to feel like your bladder is full and it is waiting for you to release it. And how do you release it? It kind of varies depending on person. Number one, focus on your breathing. When we start to get sexually aroused, we tend to hyperventilate, almost like this. It's about slowing your breathing down, slowing your heart rate down, letting your body realize that it is safe, and then just kind of pushing against that sensation to release the liquid.